Real Housewives of New Jersey star Melissa Gorga put herself out there with some photos from a cousin's wedding she posted to Instagram. Over the weekend, Melissa and her family attended the wedding of Melissa's cousin Nicholas Marco. The family was attending Nicholas Marco's wedding, who was marrying his partner, Mike Moscow. However, the RHONJ star loves the spotlight. Naturally, following the wedding, Melissa Gorga shared photos from the celebration on her Instagram. However, some very observant fans picked up on a major Photoshop fail in one of the pictures. In one photo with Melissa Gorga, Joe, and their daughter Antonia, Real Housewives of New Jersey fans noticed that Melissa's stomach area looked strange. They concluded that Melissa attempted to Photoshop her stomach area to look thinner but failed miserably. What was left made the picture look distorted. Unquestionably, it doesn't make sense for her to Photoshop any photo of herself, given that Melissa Gorga is very thin and sports a flat stomach already. Undeniably, Melissa has a great body, so not sure why a photo would be altered. Nonetheless, RHONJ fans have several opinions to share about Melissa's photo. Firstly, many sounded off about the fan-spotted Photoshop failure. Chatter went back and forth, making it evident that while some fans didn't care, others did. That Photoshop. Just be real for once, one comment said. Another added, this is 100% Photoshop, supporting the fact it doesn't make sense. She's the last person who needs Photoshop. Jesus. Likewise, the fact that an already thin person will Photoshop her waist for social media is sad. It's painfully obvious, and she has a great body, so it's dumb of her to do. And someone else pointed out, sends such a bad message to her own daughter, how sick. Also another said, when you Photoshop yourself to be smaller than your teenage daughter, it's time for some therapy. It must be miserable and exhausting to be that insecure and obsessed by public opinion and perception, one comment said. Blasting Melissa, someone else said, no amount of filter can cover up that black soul of hers. Someone else defended Melissa Gorga, saying, how do we know she'd Photoshopped this? She could be standing weird and had a photo taken. This looks like a normal skinny tummy to me. Not only did fans blast Melissa Gorga for her presumed Photoshop fail, but she also committed a blaring wedding faux pas. Commenters were outraged at Melissa for wearing white to her cousin's wedding. One person said, leave it to that narc to wear white to a wedding. I know there wasn't a wedding gown, but still. Another ripped, did this beast and her trash bag sister wear white to wedding? I shouldn't be surprised. An ugly dress, and who wears white to a wedding? I don't care if they are both males. Zero class? Needless to say, fans have pounced on the photo and told what they think. What do you think about Melissa Gorga's photo in question? Do you think that RHONJ star altered the photo? Was it a big deal that she wore white? Tell us what you think below. Earlier in the week, former Real Housewives of Atlanta's Kim Zolciak professed that the divorce proceedings should be dropped. During this, she said that they are still having sex, so there's no reason for it to continue. Publicly, RHOA Kim Zolciak made a plea that her divorce should be dismissed. She touts that their marriage can't be irretrievably broken, as stated, because she and Kroy Biermann are still having sex together, not to mention cohabitating in the same home. However, on Wednesday, Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann were scheduled to meet in court. Surprisingly, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star was a no-show. Needless to say, the judge did not appreciate this. Entertainment Tonight relayed, when Fulton County Superior Court Judge Shermila J. Williams noticed everyone was present except for Zolciak, she asked her lawyer, David Boudry, to explain her absence. Boudry said Zolciak couldn't make it to the Zoom hearing, since she was flying back from Colombia after filming MTV's The Surreal Life. Even though Boudry was apologetic that Zolciak wasn't there, the judge was still irritated. Judge Williams pointed out to David Boudry that Kim Zolciak was expected there, stating that her presence was not waived for today, so she is supposed to be here. Reiterating, I did not waive her presence. Continuing, the judge rescheduled the hearing for September 29. However, it was not without her identifying it as a waste. Then she emphasized that all parties involved need to appear in person moving forward. It seems very odd that if she wants the divorce to be dropped, she did not take the time to show up, especially since it was conducted virtually. Unfortunately, making the judge angry from the get-go doesn't usually bode well. Undeniably, her absence made a strong argument of its own. Coy Bierman responded to Kim Zolciak's claims by firing back at her that sexual relations do not nullify his petition. He confirmed that he and Kim have been having sex. However, he sustained his stance in his new court documents by saying he has no desire to reconcile. According to page 6, the court documents said, "The fact that he engaged in sexual relations with Zolciak does not indicate a desire to reconcile. He remains steadfast in his desire to divorce." Coy Bierman plans to sell the family's $3 million Georgia home. Sadly, it is facing foreclosure on November 7. Based on Coy Bierman's statements, Kim Zolciak doesn't want to leave the estate. She has stated that she prefers to file for bankruptcy, a move that will ensure that the parties and their children will remain under the same roof for a significant period of time, confirmed in the documents. Bierman wants to sell the house immediately. Then he can take half of the profits and buy a residence on his own. He made a strong claim that he needed to take their 4 minor children out of the toxic environment. Bierman is fighting for sole custody of their 4 minors. Teddi Mellencamp is giving an update on the cancer that she has been monitoring. The All In by Teddi founder has battled skin cancer in the past. So how is she doing now, and what is the podcaster doing to ensure she stays healthy? Read on for more details. Teddi Mellencamp has always been about accountability. That was her brand for the 3 seasons that she was on the Rhobh. She spent her last season pregnant and exposing the affair between Denise Richards and Brandi Glanville. At the same time, she made great friendships. One in particular was with Kyle Richards. Since she was let go from the series, the daughter of John Mellencamp has started a successful podcast with Rhobh star Camera Judge. She is quite open about her opinions on other Bravo shows, but also has shared she underwent a facelift. Additionally, Teddi has shared her skin cancer journey. In October 2022, she was diagnosed with stage 2 melanoma, but remained vigilant in her checkups. Now, according to E! News, she has a new update, but what is the status? On Sunday, October 1st, she wrote about it via Instagram as she underwent a biopsy. Another update I didn't want to give, but in an effort to be fully transparent and help others, here goes. I received the call yesterday from my doctor that not all the margins are clear after my last wide excision surgery. Because the area is so broad they no longer feel comfortable cutting, the mother of 3 explained. So what is next for Mellencamp at this point? For 5 weeks, she will try an immunotherapy cream, but she will wait a week to start it as she has a competition. As fans may be aware, Teddi has shown horses for many years. She also added the exact details of the cream she is using plus the side effects as well. Finally, she encouraged her followers to stay on top of their health and felt confident that she would beat this. Fans and followers were extremely supportive of Teddi Mellencamp and what she was going through. Those who had experience with the cream she was using shared their success. Others talked about their personal experiences waiting for biopsy results, while some just sent positive thoughts and prayers. Hopefully this is the solution and she can beat this with little to no side effects. Have you ever tried this immunotherapy cream? What was your experience with it? Let us know and stay vigilant when it comes to checking out your skin.